Hey, good morning. It's Dr. Shirley. How are you today? Nice to have you with us. It is Thursday, July 12th, 2018, and today we're going to be talking about essential fatty acids. You may not know many things about these acids. They're crucial to your body, and I'm going to tell you 16 different reasons about how they're going to help your body and why you want to make this a part of your health regime. Okay, and today we are really excited to talk about a lot of different things when it has to do with what your health is going to be doing. So let's start right at the beginning. What is an essential fatty acid? Okay, an essential fatty acid is something that is critical for your body. It's critical for proper function of every single cell. And you want to remember that every cell is going to create the health of your body. Okay, your cells are going to make up your tissues are going to make up your organs are going to make up your whole entire body. So we want to start really right at the beginning. And essential, when it says essential, it means that your body does not create these, and you need to bring them into your body on your own. Okay, just like essential amino acids, it's the same kind of thing. Okay, so they're crucial for that. Your body does not produce them, and they're essential for the building blocks of your body. So we're going to talk about some of the foods, and you're going to be really surprised about some of the things that can go wrong if you don't get these in your body. So good morning, everyone. Hey, Casey, nice to see you. Hey, Cindy, nice to see you. Hey, and that's nice to see you as well. What they have found is that not having enough essential amino acids is the 8th leading cause of disease. Okay, so this is right up there, perhaps with your antioxidants, perhaps with your protein and all those things. So really, really important. There's 2 types of essential amino acids, and those are your omega-3s and your omega-6. And you may get these a little mixed up, so we're going to talk about them a little bit. Your omega-3s are your ALA, EPA, and DHA. I'm going to tell you how to get these into your body. And your omega-6 are primarily going to be coming, from your meats and some of your poultry and things along those lines. And most people have an improportionate ratio, okay? Ideal ratio is 1-to-1. Your omega-1s, your omega-3s, and your omega-6s, okay? Most people have a ratio of about 20-to-1, and they're really, really out of whack with that. And what that causes is inflammation. And many of you know most inflammation is the cause of most all disease within the body. So real important that we get those, just right. So let's talk about the number one thing, which is the inflammation. It's the number one factor of what your essential amino acids are going to do. These essential fatties are going to help to reduce inflammation both in your heart. They're going to reduce inflammation, around, your lungs and at the cellular level and even in the digestive system. So every nutrient that we take in is going to affect our whole entire body. One of the things that it helps to do is actually creates new membranes and permeability within the membrane. So we've got this membrane, say our cells are protected by it. So we want to have permeability, and what that means is that nutrients are able to get in, and your excess and your waste and toxins are able to get out. And so if there's not that permeability, we hold on to a lot more things within our body, and our body does not exchange oxygen as easy, and we may have trouble even with energy, and also we have trouble perhaps with some sleeping as well too. So the other thing that it's been shown to do is been shown to block tumor formation. Okay, these are all kinds of tumors. Can be even a fatty tumor, or can be a cancerous tumor, or a non-cancerous tumor, but really important. And these are things that we can easily do. I'm going to share with you the foods and also supplementation, but there's really no reason not to do that. And I know most of you that watch me and follow me on a regular basis. And by the way, we just hit 50 shows, so I was pretty excited about that. But I know that you're into your health and you want to learn some simple things of how you can feel better. So these are some of the core things that we can do. It's also been shown very, very important to block growth of breast cancer cells. Okay. These are studies. This is not me just shouting this out. So you can actually get online and take a look at this. So breast cancer is a huge fear of many women, really all over the world, but especially here in the U.S. because it's really so prevalent. So getting these and acting in a preventative way is obviously going to make a big difference. All right, so shown to reduce tumors for breast cancer. It also has been shown to regulate your blood pressure. Blood pressure and heart disease is at an all-time high. But what they found, again, this is about the permeability. Okay, this is about the strength of the heart, and one of the main things your essential fatty acids do is to strengthen your heart and your brain and your nervous system. Okay, so having enough fatty acids within your body is going to help your blood pressure to be that much lower. The other thing it's going to do is help with blood clotting. Okay, and a lot of times we don't have correct clotting. We may have problems that can lead to heart attack, that can lead to different strokes that go on. So really an important and preventative part of your health regime, or so I think. And along the line here, if you have any questions, please just pipe up anything that that you want to know, be happy to help. And don't mind my green glassing today. My glasses just broke this morning. I was in a little bit of a tizzy, so I think this is some of that frog painter's tape. I've got some new glasses coming from Amazon today. All right, another thing that it's going to be helpful with is your essential fatty acids have been shown to be really super helpful with getting your cholesterol down. Okay, and this is your LDL. Okay, this is your bad cholesterol, but it's also very helpful to get up your HDL, which is your good cholesterol. So taking these either in a supplement form, which we'll talk about, or from a food source, which there are many, many great food sources and plant-based sources, you can get these up. It's going to make a really big difference in how your cholesterol goes. And it's important to get your cholesterol checked. It just is. I'm as most of you know, I'm not real big on medical things. I don't buy in, to a lot of it. That's, my prerogative. But, last time I did have my blood test done, which was about 4 or 5 weeks ago, my HDLs were amazing. And so was, my whole routine. And I guess it sounds a little braggy, so I apologize. But, the PA, my physician's assistant, who I see as an anti-aging doc, he's like, Shirley, I've never seen anything like this. He goes, what are you taking? What are you doing? Well, it's a combination of things for sure, but it's also a lifetime of paying this type of attention. But you can start now, okay? It doesn't matter what your lifestyle was before. You can start now and get these essential fatty acids in and lower your cholesterol naturally. I did a whole show on the cholesterol and on heart, and a lot of the cholesterol lowering medications have immense side effects, okay? One of them, hey Gretchen, one of the side effects of cholesterol medication is heart attack and stroke. I don't know, does this make sense? There are so many natural ways to reduce your cholesterol. I mean, I'm just not a fan. And again, I need to say, as I always do, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't treat diseases, but I'm telling you that there are natural supplements and natural health and natural foods and lifestyle that can all create a healthy environment within your body without going that direction. So work with a professional, a professional like myself or another holistic health practitioner. Add someone like that to your health team. Okay, I believe in emergency medicine. Went to the dentist yesterday. I was glad to get a good bill of health there. I do get my OBGYN every other year or so. So it's not that it's not. I don't want to pay attention to that, but I also believe that you need to have someone that can guide you along the way with your natural health as well too. Whether that's an aromatherapist, whether that's someone that works with energy medicine. All of these things we're finding out more and more about. And again, they're not new medicine. They're not new age medicine. This is stuff that's been going on for thousands of years. The medicine is really what's all the new stuff, and many of it is life-saving. So I totally get that. Okay, so one of the other things that happens is, as we work around our heart, we're going to prevent heart disease from a lot of different perspectives. One of them is helpful with reducing plaque, okay? And plaque is what builds up around our heart. When the plaque builds up, then we have a narrowing of the arteries, hardening of the arteries, arteriosclerosis, okay? And what this means is the blood cannot get through because the plaque is built up inside of there. And so by getting in enough essential fatty acids, you are not going to have as much of a plaque buildup. And you can reduce this too. Just because that's now doesn't mean that it cannot change, okay? There's all kinds of, again, we grow new cells every single day. We grow new, livers and spines and all this kind of stuff, every single day. So we can change the condition of our heart too. So we can't just accept that, oh, I have this or I have that. I go to say, well, what can you do? What can you find out? I mean, the internet is a vast library, and not everything that's on the internet obviously is true. But if you stick with people that love and trust, and ask for guidance and work with people to help with your body, it can absolutely change the health of your heart. And the essential fatty acids are one of the main things that are going to make a big difference with that. Okay. Now I'm really excited to talk to you about how this affects the brain as well too, in all sorts of ways. They've shown studies. Dementia can be a precursor to Alzheimer's. There's more Alzheimer's and early dementia, early onset, okay? And the brain is shown to be incredibly receptive, okay? Sorry about these glasses. Again, I keep doing this. Shown to be incredibly receptive to these essential fatty acids. In fact, I had she became a friend of mine. She was a client early on, and she had MS. And her name was Julie. This is going back about 10 years or so. And she had a lot of, she was young. I think she was like in her late 30s at the time. She had, they do brain scans and they show brain lesions, which is one of the things that shows up, when someone's dealing with MS. And she did a whole routine. I mean, I was certainly helping helpful with that, but she did her own research and she took a ton of essential fatty acids. You know that those brain lesions on her next exam, which was about 6 months, it wasn't like it was next week or anything, totally went down to like 1 or 1.5. And I haven't been in contact with her in a lot of years, but I was just always so inspired. I mean, she was actually partially blind at one point, which is what can happen with with MS. And what goes on is that we've got this myelin sheath. Okay, you may have heard me talk about this before. And the myelin sheath is a protective around the nerve bundle. So we've got all these nerves, then there's a bundle, these bundle of nerves, and then is wrapped in what's called our myelin sheath. And when that myelin sheath gets weak or opens, then that leaves our nerves raw. So these are things that go on perhaps with again with MS or Parkinson's or something along that, where there's a nerve degeneration. And so what the essential fatty acids does is they help to strengthen that myelin sheath and can essentially repair that. So again, I'm not saying essential fatty acids cures MS. I'm not saying that. I say it has been shown to be helpful. And if I was dealing with something like that, I'd tell you I'd be looking at everything that I possibly could do to repair my body and to make it stronger. Okay, so that's a wonderful thing to think about. It's been shown, and these are in empirical studies, meaning they've been they've been properly, funded and properly controlled and placebo controlled and all of that kind of thing. But they've shown that people that take essential fatty acids have a much slower decline with Alzheimer's and with dementia as well too. So why not prevent that? If you're not dealing with that now, why not take these now? Why not have these food in your diet now so you just don't get it? That's the whole idea. I mean, the idea isn't to say, wait till your body gets out of whack and then say, what natural help can help me? No, do it now. Take care of your body now, and then maybe you won't deal with that. I know, when I was younger, my sister, we had different lifestyles, and she'd say, just because you're taking this stuff and doing it doesn't mean you're going to live longer. You could get hit by a bus. Yes, hit by a bus. I've been hit by a car. Almost died in a drowning accident. I mean, there's all kinds of things that can happen to us, but my belief system is, why not be the best that you can be every single day? No one knows what's on the next page, but why not feel your best every single morning? It's also been shown the essential fatty acid, again with the nervous system, with children with ADHD. Okay, their nervous system is wired. I used to work with a lot of kids like this. So your essential fatty acids, both with food and with supplementation, is going to help that nervous system, help to calm down the body, but also to feed the brain as well too. It's going to help with focus. It's going to help with memory. It's going to help with concentration. It's also been shown to be effective. Again, these are with some studies with different bipolar, because bipolar is related again to the nervous system and to the brain. So how do you regulate that? And even some schizophrenia. I remember years ago reading some work about how just basic supplementation with some of the B's and some of the magnesiums and some of these essential fatty acids can really shift. I mean, there's a lot of people talking about mental illnesses staying with really good reasons. People are not okay. They're just not. I mean, I had a year like that last year. I wrote about it. Some of you know about it, but I was like, holy cow, you just don't know how to whack you can get until it happens to you. But to know that you can recoup your body and strengthen your brain and and feed your body and work on yourself to achieve better health. I mean, what better control is there? I mean, to put all of your control, I understand the emergency medicine, but you go to the doctor and you say, I've got a headache and I've got a knee ache and my belly hurts. Well, maybe there's a diagnosis, but maybe it's just you don't have enough nutrients, or maybe you've got too many toxins. Let's start there, as you're working along, with your health. So we've also talked that it's helped to reduce your triglycerides, and those are the dangerous buildup. High triglycerides are absolutely associated with difficulty, with your brain and with heart disease and all of these things. So you want to keep the triglycerides lower, and you do that through essential fatty acids. They're one of the main components. Good morning, Sonia. Good morning, Judith. Nice to have you with us. And again, any questions, just pipe up, because I go a million miles an hour here. Another thing that's been pretty exciting is there's been a testing shown that there's a reduction in depression, okay, and that the absolute the medications and essential fatty acids, they were tested against each other, and what they found was that they are absolutely had the exact same effect. Okay, so if you could take some essential fatty acids to increase how your brain is functioning and how your transmitters are going from one end to the other, crossing these dendrites quicker, and your focus, your memory, and your mood is better because you took in some essential fatty acids either with your food or by supplementation, and your mood was better, and that made your relationship better, and that made you love your work more, maybe you got into some hobbies, and maybe you started feeling great and going to the gym, who knows, who knows exactly, how good that you could actually feel. But all of these medications are going to have side effects. So if you take a medication, you can't just overlook that, big, litany of what can go on. I mean, it's really, I think they'll look back someday at these medical commercials and people are dancing, the moonlight's out, the dog's there, may cause high blood pressure and brain bleed and heart attack and, lupus, and they name 20 things, and the music still plays and everyone's like 30 and they look amazing, but they're taking this medication. I mean, really, I just don't get it. I just don't. So thanks, Rich. I appreciate that. And I'm not sure what your question is about diet drinks, Judith. No is the best thing I can say. Diet soda is one of the absolute worst things you can put into your body. It reduces the phosphorus in your body, so the calcium can't absorb, causes problems with joints, causes problems with the brain, problems with the nervous system, eats up away at your gut. That's just off the top of my head. So it's I would say, absolute no to anything diet. Yeah, I'll get to that, Cindy. I've got a lot of foods here that I want to talk about. So the other thing that can help with is your osteoarthritis. Okay, and if you're dealing with any kind of arthritic or difficult situation going on in your body, many times it's because there's not enough minerals. Okay, there's not enough magnesium or manganese, or there's too much inflammation going on. But what they have found that by taking enough essential fatty acids, that there's a higher absorption rate of your minerals. Okay, so that's how it helps. It's not that it's just take the essential fatty acids. It's you're not going to have arthritis. It's not about that. But when we have osteoarthritis, that's an inflammation of, the osteo, which is the bone, inflammation of, and you can have a lot of these growths, which are excess calcium. If we're not getting enough calcium, we're not getting enough minerals into our body, then we're going to have some challenges. So the essential fatty acids help to provide environment so we have a higher absorption of minerals. And remember I said earlier that it helps the permeability of the cell. Permeability means that if you've got a cell, the nutrients need to get in, and then, the toxins need to get out. The water needs to get in, there needs to be excretion. So there's this whole, kind of pump and inner flow that goes on, all the time. So the essential fatty acids is going to allow nutrients to swim in and out of your body and come in and go out, and that's going to make your body healthier, just on its own. Now, if you don't have enough of these, you're going to have a higher incidence of heart attack, higher incidence of stroke. You are going to have a lot more fatigue. Okay, you're going to be tired in the morning. You're going to be tired in the afternoon. You're going to have difficulty sleeping. You're going to have difficulty with your memory. Now, a lot of times, memory, can be related, to a med. A lot of times, memory can be related to just not having enough water. Okay, but the essentials are directly related to your brain and to your memory and to your focus. If you don't have enough, you may also have dry skin. Okay, you may see premature, wrinkling going on. The essential fatties, being a fatty like coconut oil, very, very good for you, or is going to make a big difference in your skin and the glow of your skin as well too. It's been shown to help mood swings, whether that's irritable, quick to anger, easily frustrated, or as I said, shown to be helpful with those that may experience some depressive tendencies as well. So let's find out how do we get these into our body. Okay, so Rich says people don't look at that, which is crazy. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. It's all a learning curve, right? It just is. And it's one of the reasons I'm doing this is I really do want to, every day, a week now, I'm doing this every week. I just think, well, if I've just helped a couple people see things differently, and it doesn't mean you go out and do exactly what I say. I don't, advocate that for anyone, but, look into it, make your own decision. We are the guardians of our own body, and we get to decide what we want to do with our body. So I'm encouraging you to be, proactive. All right. When I went to the dentist the other day, I went 6 months ago, I do, keep up on my dental, and he's like, you've got gingivitis, you've got bleeding gums. And then they wanted to give me a crown where I'd had a root canal. And I'm really questioning this stuff because I just do. And so I go in, just the other day, and I'm asking, the hygienist, I said, no, I don't want another x-ray, and, I'm not, going to do that. And she says, well, you got a tiny bit of decay. I said, well, what's the real issue? She goes, well, it may cause you problems down the road. I said, what's down the road? Well, like in 20 years or so. I'm like, really? So you want to give me a crown and give me extra x-rays, because I'm going to have a problem, 20 years from now? No. And then the doctor comes, he goes, oh, your mouth looks great. There's no gingivitis. There's no bleeding gums. So, I don't know. I have been doing some coconut oil. Maybe it's my supplements. But then I'm like, what's just true? Was the first part a problem, or it was yesterday true? I just don't know. So I question things. Okay. I encourage you to do the same. Okay. On to the foods. So our omega-3s are going to be found in our nuts. You want to get nuts in your diet every single day. Get yourself some good nuts. Get some walnuts. Get some almonds. Have them around. Just have a small amount. I mean, I'm just talking a tablespoon, okay? Just get them, whether it's Trader Joe's or bulk, get a good quality, and just get some nuts in every day. Maybe that goes into your granola. Maybe you like them in your smoothie bowls. Whatever that is, you want to get some nuts in there. Just chock full, okay? Chock full. In fact, you will find that when you get walnuts in every day, they're also going to be preventive. They've been shown to be preventive, as almonds have, with certain kinds of cancers. So those are your live foods, okay? Remember, live foods make your body alive. Dead foods make your body dead, okay? Nuts, seeds, greens are live, okay? Ho-Hos, McDonald's, and Hamburger Helper are dead, okay? Live foods makes us live better. The other thing that's really good are soybeans, okay? Soybeans are a wonderful source of essential fatty acid. The second highest is these walnuts and the walnut oil. Okay, you can use walnut oil like for a salad dressing, and it's a wonderful source of essential fatty acids. Flax oil, okay, and the flax seeds. Now, if you're going to have flax seeds, you want to grind them. Okay, flax seeds are wonderful with fiber. They are full of essential fatty acids, but you want to grind them. If you just take them in, they do not break down within your body. They do push your stool around because there's fiber, but to get the benefit, you just want to use either put them in a blender drink or use that pestle and kind of grind them up, just a little bit. I recommend getting them whole and grinding them versus buying them, already, ground up. Now your fish, okay, you got to be careful about your fish because you don't want to get farm-raised fish. All right, these fish that are raised in a farm, they don't live in a farm. Okay, you don't want to be getting farm-raised fish because then you're dealing with toxins, mercury, antibiotics, and all this other stuff, which is totally going to negate your essential fatty acids. Okay, so you want to get some fish. Salmon, is very good. Cod is another wonderful good food. Tuna and shrimp. Okay, if you're someone who's who eats fish, and even herring. Now I got to tell you, hey Mike, nice to see you. I got to tell you, I've never had a herring. Has anyone ever had herring before? I don't know, but I guess the herring is actually like the number one source of essential fatty acids. I do like anchovies. Mark makes a fabulous pizza, and we put anchovies on there, and they are also a very good source of essential fatty acids. How about chia seeds? Does any of you use chia seeds? I bet you do. Chia seeds, you just buy them. Put them in your smoothies in the morning. My friend, Casey, who's on here, and she makes this wonderful pudding where you mix. I think you just mix it with an almond milk at night with chia seeds, let it sit, and then the next morning it's like a pudding. You put some fruit on there. It's amazingly high in protein, amazingly high in essential fatty acids. So it's chia, C-H-I-A, chia seeds. You can add them to your cereals. You can add them. I make what's called healthy cookies, and I make those for Mark. I'll share the recipe someday because I make them once a week, and we gobble them up. Well, I try to limit myself to once a day, but they're very, very good. The other thing that's very high in essential fatty acids are your algae. Now, you may not think about it, but algae, I've been taking for years. Your blue algae, spirulina, your green algae, super high in essential fatty. They're actually complete foods, okay? Complete foods that are going to feed your entire body. Hemp seeds, that's another thing you can put into your cookies, into your granolas, whatever that you're eating. Hemp seeds are a super great source. And then your egg yolks. You've heard me talk about eggs before. Eggs are good for you, okay? Egg beaters are not good for you, or they're real food. They're especially if you get some that are farm raised and some that are antibiotic free, which I highly suggest. But the egg has a ton of protein. Yes, there's lecithin in there, less there's cholesterol in there, but everyone was taught. I don't know who, excuse my language, pissed off the egg industry, but, all of a sudden they just started getting, bombarded. This was about, 10 years ago, they got bombarded. You can't have eggs. They've got cholesterol. Well, you know what? There's lecithin in cholesterol, which is combative, and you're not going to have a cholesterol problem if you don't have any inflammation. The only reason cholesterol accumulates around your heart is a reparative. Cholesterol's the good guy in the body, believe it or not. So if your veins are all inflamed and dried up, don't have enough essential fatty acids, the cholesterol is going to help to repair, okay? It's going to help to repair. That's why you get the buildup. So don't worry about eggs. Okay, eggs are super great for you. They're one of the cheapest, best ways that you can possibly, get good nutrition into your body. I just made some for the dog this morning. He's got some leftover pasta, and I made him a farm fresh egg. He's happy, I don't know. I don't like all the stuff that's in the dog food. All right, let's talk about the omega-6s, which are equally good, but again, we get too many omega-6s. Most people get too many, and those are found in your meat. They're found in your poultry, and they also are found, there are some in eggs as well too. So you want to stick to having more of the omega-3s, which are what I just listed, with primarily your nuts and your seeds and all of those things. And that's really it. Now, I take essential fatty acid supplements. I'm not screwing around with my health. Sorry, essential fatty acids. I mean, one of the supplements that I take, has so many wonderful things, and it's got, the essential fatties in there already. I take them every day. I give them to Mark every day. I wouldn't think not to take them every single day. This is an insurance, okay? Is it going to stop every single disease? No, of course it's not. But, I do have a ton of energy. I do sleep, super well at night, unless that cat wakes us up, which is not my cat. I do not have any, aches or pains. I do have focus or memory, all of these things. And I only tell you this is just because this is lifestyle. And I know a lot of you watching have wonderful health as well too. But what I'm always thinking, like, how can that be just a little bit better? What else can I do to feel a little bit better? Because, really, why the heck not? So that's all I have today on essential fatty acids. The show is going to be on Thursdays now. I finished doing 50 shows, which is a lot of information. So you can go back to YouTube, go back to my Facebook page. You can contact me at any time. I'm happy to help. And my website is drshirleysays.com or getwellnaturally.com. And I also have a YouTube channel if you want to get notifications on these videos. So have yourself a great day. Thanks for joining me. Be blessed, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye now.